Hello, now I have Berit Hinnemann with me from Maersk, a large shipping company at the World Hydrogen Congress at our media center today. So Berit, really nice having you here. Looking forward to our talk.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into detail, I always like to know a bit from my interview partners, what is their personal journey into hydrogen? So what brought you to the field of hydrogen and also to your current position at Maersk?
Yes, and happy to explain that. So my background is in physics actually, and after my PhD thesis, I joined the company TÜV SÜD, where I worked for 13 years, and where I worked with technologies around the production of hydrogen, methanol, and ammonia, and where I also became very interested in the say electrolysis technology and technologies for the energy transition. And I joined Maersk in the beginning of 2020. And what brought me to Maersk was really Maersk's decarbonization journey. I mean, Maersk had back in 2018 communicated the goal of being carbon neutral in 2050. I mean, now we've accelerated that target to be climate neutral in 2040. And that really brought me to Maersk because I wanted to be part of this journey and also bring my experience with these technologies and these fuels to Maersk.
Yeah, it's an ambitious target that you have, especially when it comes to container ships, and you also have really strong ambitions and also clear targets. Can you perhaps, you announced it already today during the conference, but can you a bit elaborate on the targets and the ambitions you have on clean transportation and clean transportation?
Absolutely, and happy to elaborate on our targets. I mean, we see it as our obligation to decarbonize as fast as it can. And so we have set the target to be climate neutral in net zero in 2040 across all our business areas. And to ensure progress, we have also set ambitious targets for 2030, which are in line with the Science-Based Target Initiative. Across our business areas. For example, for the container shipping, for the ocean segment, this would mean a 50% reduction in CO2 emissions by 2030.
And therefore, you ordered green methanol-based container ships.
Yeah, exactly, because we need to transition. I mean, we have a fleet of about 750 container ships, and we use more than 10 million tons of fuel oil each year. So this gives a sense for the order of magnitude of what we need to decarbonize. And we looked at the different options and fuels and technologies, and basically we are pursuing sort of three main tracks. We use biofuels already in our fleet today, and they have the advantage they are drop-in, but of course they are not scalable because we see the scale not to be there, and there's also a lot of demand from other industries. As for green methanol, methanol as a shipping fuel is proven. There are vessels operating on methanol out there. And for green methanol, we could see this is not produced at scale today, but this was also because the demand was not there. So to break this sort of chicken and egg situation, we decided to order container vessels for operation on green methanol to really also get the scale up of the production going. As for green ammonia, we also see this as a very promising solution, but we do not see it ready yet in terms of the technical readiness, in terms of safety, in terms of the engine development. So there we are focusing on feasibility studies and technical studies in order to progress green ammonia towards being ready.
Okay, so and when do you plan having the first green methanol ship transporting containers?
Yeah, I mean we have a feeder vessel ordered, and also I mean then last year we announced that we had ordered 12 ocean-going methanol vessels, and last week we announced that we have ordered 6 more vessels, so that would be 18 in total. The feeder vessel we will receive this ship by next year, 2023, and the ocean-going vessels we will start receiving them by 2024. So we have an ambitious timeline, and we intend to operate these large vessels on green methanol as fast as we can.
And one question on top of that, I mean, this is really great targets and quite ambitious. But is this really purely Maersk internal ambitions, or do you also see, for example, your customers and clients requesting also cleaner transportation of their containers?
I mean, this is a great question, and we definitely also see demand from our customers, because 2/3 of our biggest customers, either they have set very ambitious climate targets or they are in the process of doing so. So we also need to be able to provide these green solutions that our customers need to go on their own decarbonization journeys and to decarbonize their businesses. So this is why we need to develop these solutions, and why we need to push forward with this agenda.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned it already before, chicken and egg problem. And one chicken and egg that's always discussed is supply and demand of green fuels. So where do you plan to source your green methanol from, and how do you plan, for example, having hubs for these green methanol container ships then at the end?
Yeah, I think this is a great question, and indeed we did see this chicken and egg dynamic. So we brought the demand, I mean, knowing that the supply was not yet there, and there we really believe in partnerships across the value chain. I mean, nobody can do this alone. We cannot do that alone. So this is why we to date have made 7 partnerships within the green methanol offtake space that we have also announced, and where we work together with our partners who are developing green methanol projects, where we intend to offtake the volumes.
Congratulations, first of all, then.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we are also, because we see partnerships, strong partnerships, as the way forward. And we value our partners very much in going this journey together with us. And we are also in a lot of constructive discussions, because we are really trying to progress that, and also to form new partnerships on top of that.
Perfect. So thank you very much, Berit. It was great insights, really interesting to see, and great to see how ambitious Maersk is taking this forward. And looking forward to see the first ships then on the oceans.
So are we. Thank you very much for having me, and also it's really great to be here at this conference, because again, we really think this needs to be done in a partnership mode across the value chain, and I think events like these are great to also have these conversations and to progress that. Absolutely.
I think doing a lot of interviews, I mean, partnerships, collaboration. Yeah. This is the things that were mentioned all the time, and I think this is so necessary to push this to a level where it's needed.
Yes, absolutely. Fully agree. Thank you very much.
Thank you.